Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another VinnyVid Productions video. In this video, we're going to call it Major Changes number 14. I got quite a bit of stuff to go over. It's a little bit on the long side. Sorry about that, but when I do updates, I like to get as much information in one video as I possibly can. So, with that being said, I'll go over what this video is going to be about. We're going to have more scenery done. I'm going to be working on the corner sub-road bed just before Wickenburg. The hotel that I got, I'm going to show you what I've done to that and also what I've done to the parking lot with a short how-to in that. I'm going to go over the roads that I'll be installing in Wickenburg, Old Town Wickenburg and Downtown Wickenburg. Going to be adding a non-prototypical siding to my layout because my layout is lacking sidings. And finally, I'm going to show you guys a technique that I saw on a YouTube channel, how to make a river. I know you guys made rivers using all kinds of different stuff, but this was really a cool video, and I liked it so much. That's how I'm going to be doing my video. My river, sorry. Anyhow, I think that's about what I'm going to go over here. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to start off this video from where we left off in number 13. As you can see, I've started doing the different colors on the mountain in the backdrop there, all the way down to this side here. And I also did well, where the glue bottle is, there's some more there, and again right there, so it all kind of blends in with the one that I've done previously. Anyhow, we'll start down here again, and I did do the road. I got my little filler piece in there, right there, and then we're going to wind on down to the roundabout. But the most important part of this layout that I've been working on is this area. I finally got the sub-road bed and the road bed all fastened down so it's secure. I also built a little platform in there for the road that's going to go under the bridge and back up. And then finally, one thing my layout was lacking was sidings. So I decided to put a siding in the Wickenburg area. It may or may not be prototypical, but like I said, I was lacking sidings, and then my Phoenix Flyer will also get a little stub track coming out the end there. Anyhow, what I'm going to do next is I showed you guys in the mail call that I got a hotel, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this whole area up the way it's going to look as the final product. So stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, we're going to start off at the roundabout and I'm going to show you the roads that are going to come off of here. First of all, we got this road right here that's going to go into Old Town Wickenburg, and then we'll back up and we'll get into the road that will go into Downtown Wickenburg. And as you can see, I've got plenty of room down there. I built a little platform so the road wouldn't dip as far, and in actuality the ramps on both sides are pretty steep. So then we'll move up, and all of this, oops, sorry about the out of focus there guys, I'm not used to this camera yet. But anyhow, all of this in here, come on camera, focus. Alright, we'll go there then. All of this area in here on the side of the road and in front of the road will get scenery, and again there'll be some scenery back here. And so this is what the scene is going to look like. There'll be a parking lot in front of the hotel, and then between the road and the hotel there'll be some more scenery in there. Anyhow, we move over to the riverbank here, and I'm going to try a technique that I saw on a YouTube video. I'll give you a rundown on how that's going to be out in my work area. We'll do a test photo and then we'll see what's going on. And also, I'm turning around real slowly here. I forgot to mention back there, we still need to put some bushes and stuff to make it look like the rest of it. But anyhow, I have continuity of scenery from the top of the helix all the way around. As we come around here to the hotel, I'm going to put some more mountain area behind the hotel and probably along that whole wall. So anyhow, I also got planned for this video that maybe I might start putting ballast down in here. Anyhow, so stay tuned and we'll get on with the rest of the video. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm going to show you a little detail I'm going to be doing to the hotel. It's very easy. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making these here little planter boxes, and they're going to go in various places around the hotel. But in the meanwhile, I'll show you how I did it. Very simple project. Piece of angle, another piece of angle, and just glue it on top of it, each other like that. And once that dries up, fill in your end pieces here and here, paint it. Whatever color, mine are going to be painted, I think beige to match the hotel. But anyhow, once it's all dried up, you can put some scenic material inside, put some bushes in there, and there you go. You got a detail for one of your buildings. Anyhow, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Pretty simple project, and you'll see what they look like here in a few minutes. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, after you glue your two angle irons together, or angle plastic I should say, this is what you'll wind up with, a couple of little planter boxes. I have 3 of these made for the hotel, and I guess I'll show you all of the stuff that I've been doing to the hotel since I've got it. One thing I want to mention is that the hotel is not prototypical of what is actually in Wickenburg, but I like this hotel and I thought I'd give Wickenburg a little update on their building structures. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll get back to the video as soon as possible. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the parking lot for the hotel that's in Wickenburg. As you can see, I've used the highways and byways striping here and some of the other graphics here, and I put a kind of like a no parking zone in front of the office. I also added a retaining wall around the entire parking lot, and I painted it with flat black, and it's also got to get some weathering. Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. Anyhow, give me a minute and I'll put the hotel on there with all the stuff that I've done to it so far, and we'll see how it looks. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to start off with the roof of the hotel. As you can see, I added a air conditioning unit that I scratch built a while ago. I scratch built the air ducts, and I also added a electrical line that goes here to supply the AC unit with power. Also, if we turn it around, you'll see that I've also added some stack pipes, and you guys that are plumbers know that any place that has some sort of a drain needs to have a vent pipe, so I added those. Alright, so now we'll straighten this out this way and we'll back off a bit, and as you can see, here's one of my planters that I put with a couple of palm trees. I added an air conditioner on top of the office here. Here's another one of my little planter boxes. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Sorry about the hand. Oops, sorry about that too. And as you can see, I got the planter box here, and also I put a planter box down here. Anyhow, that's about as far as I'm going to go with the hotel for now. In the next video, I'll show it on the layout with some more scenery around, and the mountain completed that's to the left side of the structure. Anyhow, this is what it looks like. I hope you guys like this, and we'll continue on with this. You can see it got pretty busy over the last few minutes. We got a bunch of cars out here in the parking lot and one pulling in to get a room. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll be back for more on this video. Alright guys, we're out here in my workshop now, and I'm going to show you a little way to make a river that I saw on YouTube just a couple days ago, and the person who posted it is his YouTube channel is Marklin of Sweden. Anyhow, when I saw this, I just had to watch it because I thought it was quite interesting. He used toilet paper and glue mix, white glue mix, and all he did was, and this is the first time I'm trying this. If it works, this is how I'm going to be doing my river. But anyhow, a small paintbrush, and we'll dip it in the glue mix here, and we'll smear it on the wood. I may have to add more glue to this. I think I made it a little bit too watery. But anyhow, let's see if it works like this. So we smear the glue on, and then we take a piece of the TP that I have already cut, and we'll put him down there. And then we'll take another piece and we'll put him down there. Then the next thing he did was wet the entire surface of this one also. So it's saturated on both sides. Oops. And you get all the air bubbles out just by stippling, if you want to call it that. And that's before that one dries. He takes his second piece of toilet paper and he lays it right on top of that one. And then he does the same thing here. And again, saturated the tops. And you can get rid of your splice joints just by tapping like this. And again, as you can see, I'm starting to get some definition in there. And before that one dries, he takes a third sheet of the toilet paper and he sticks that one on top. And then finally, on the last piece right here, if I can get it up, come on, there you go. Put it right there again. And one more time, he saturates that again with the glue. Get rid of your splice lines. And you can see it's got a little bit of texture in there. And of course this is just a demo, I just want to see how it works. So now the trick is you let it dry overnight, and then you go ahead and do some painting on it. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll see how this project's going to work out. Be back shortly. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the finished toilet paper subterranean that I'm going to be using for my river. Now the Hykaway River only has water in it during heavy rainstorms, and I'm going to produce that on my layout because I want to have the river from the front of the table all the way back to the bridge that goes across the Hykaway River. I did make one mistake, however. Right here I overlapped when I shouldn't have overlapped. I should have put a seam right there and then cover it up later on. But anyhow, it's been about 10 hours or 12 hours since I laid that. It's all dry, and so what we're going to do now is we're going to paint. So hang on and I'll show you the materials we're going to use for the painting. Alright guys, now that we have the sub foundation of my river done, I'm going to show you the colors that we're going to use, or maybe use. We're going to use this black, and then we're going to use, I think this is burnt umber, and then we're going to use this warm buff. There you go. It takes a while to focus in on it. And then we're going to use this Acapulco. And then there's this dark blue. There's really no name on it, but it's a dark blue. And then finally we're going to use this mountain forest green. It's hard for this camera, guys. I'm still learning this camera. Anyhow, I have a Patty paintbrush here, and she's going to do all the painting on this, and we'll see how she does. So begin your project there, Patty.
What do you want me to do?
Okay.
I'm just getting a couple drops. Oh wait, you know what? But this stuff needs to be shaken up.
I think you're going to need a lot more than that.
No, I'm just going to play with it for a bit first.
Why don't you just put the lid down?
No mumbling. Oh, wonder if we need white. Might not need it, might need it. I'll put a little bit of that under just in case. Come on. It's gonna be like a ketchup jar. Comes sprouting out of there.
Might not be good.
Hmm? Did we just buy that one? Yep. Yep. Anything in there? I'll go to Walmart and get some more of that color. Obviously we're gonna need it. Thank you. Now the instructions were to make it with straight paint, no water dilution, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start from the edges. No, that's about right. And more of the sand. And since it's a river and not the ocean, we're going to be having sand on either side. I'm just playing with the different flavors to see what will look the best when we really get going on this. You want me to do the whole board or just part of it?
I want you to do the whole thing.
Okay. Oh, that's not working. How wet did he make the brush?
Don't dry the brush off. Blend it into the black.
That's what I'm doing. Oh, I know what he did. He did all his blending light to dark, but he never crossed the line, actually. You know, he went that way and then worked his way down. That's what I did wrong. you think? More of that? See, I'm picking up too much of the white underneath.
Alright guys, this is our first attempt at making the water here. According to the video I watched, we need to let the paint dry for about 72 hours. But I noticed, and this was in the video also, that the more stuff you put on there, the more detail you're going to lose. So I'm going to try something different with the glue. Like I said in the beginning of this section, that I made the glue a little bit too watery. So I'm going to try a thicker glue, and we're going to try it on the other side of this board, and we'll see how it works out. But these are the colors. Like I said, this river only runs when there's major rains going on. And then on top of this will be a clear coat of gloss, very high gloss paint, and we'll see how it looks when we get that done. So stand by and we'll get back to the rest of this as soon as possible. Alright guys, we're all dried up on our paint right now, and I think you guys can see all the texture that's in there. The next step is to put a clear coat over this, and it's going to be a gloss clear coat, and this is what I picked up. This is a Rust-Oleum product. Hold on, let me see if I can get this. It's a Rust-Oleum product. It's clear gloss, it's fast drying, non-yellowing is very important, and it's UV resistant. So the next step on this is to cover this with the clear coat and let it dry, and then there are 2 more steps after we get this done. So let's go ahead and do this, and we'll see how this is going to work out. We tried several different color combinations, and this is the best one so far. Like I mentioned earlier in this series, that the Hykaway River only has water in it when we have heavy rains. Otherwise, it's pretty much dry. But I want to make it as if it just finished raining, and the water is still flowing. Anyhow, cheap paintbrush, and I'll go ahead and dip it in the glossy stuff, and we'll go ahead and paint it over here. Now once this is dry, there's another step on here before we put the final gloss coat on here. And I'll explain that to you when we get to that part. But anyhow, we're probably going to use a thicker toilet paper to get a little bit more detail out of here. I don't know yet, but we'll see how this works out. Anyhow, we'll give this a little time to dry up, and then we'll continue on with the rest of this project. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, one thing I forgot to mention about the clear coat that you're going to put on here. If you're using acrylics such as I did here on the river, make sure you get water base. The solvent base won't work, and 2 reasons why it won't work is, first of all, it'll yellow over time, and second, it most likely will crack, and it doesn't work well with the acrylic paints. So make sure you get water base clear. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and do the next step, and I'm following this person's tutorial to the T, and later on I'll see if I'm going to change that up or not. Anyhow, excuse me, the can says fast drying, and believe me or not, this dried up like in 5 minutes. So the next step is we're going to take some regular old white glue, and we're gonna coat this whole thing with the white glue. And the reason for that is because as the gentleman who posted the video said, it will add some depth to the water. So I guess we'll try it and see what happens. Now that may or may not be enough, but we'll go ahead and spread it around like he said to do. Now this is straight glue, guys. It's not watered down in any way. So we're just going to go ahead and smear this all over here. And we'll go in both directions so everything gets a good coat of it. And then there's actually only one more step after this, but it's multiple steps. But we'll let this dry up and we'll continue on with the next step. And we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, I hope you guys are enjoying this little tutorial that I'm doing that I had copied off of someone. But anyhow, stay tuned and we'll get back a little bit more in a little bit. Alright guys, the glue that I just applied is all dry now, and we're going to start adding the next coat of the clear finish. And remember what I said is to make sure that you use water base, and we'll go ahead and do this. Now he did 4 coats. I don't know if I'm going to do 4 coats. We'll just have to see how glossy it is. Anyhow, it's just go ahead and do the gloss until you're satisfied with it, I guess. And we'll let this dry and we'll put another coat on here and we'll see how 2 coats looks. Anyhow, I won't bore you guys with all of this stuff. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and do as many coats as I need to do to get it glossy, and then I'll bring you guys back to show you what it looks like. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the river technique that I'm trying to do on my layout here. This is 4 coats of the gloss on there. It looks pretty good to me, I think. I may change it up a bit. I don't know yet. I may not add the glue in between like I showed you at the beginning of this series. But anyhow, I think it looks good, and I think it's going to make a nice looking river on there. You can see a little bit of the flow with the ripples in there. I'm not going to do any white caps or anything like that, because like I said, this only flows when there's major rainstorms. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this little update on my P-Vine sub. As always, your questions, comments, input, and subs always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.